Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest. Today we have our favorite cat person. We have Kate Cote with us, and she is the CEO and founder of FurLove Comfort Cats. Welcome back, Kate. And today she has Jedediah with her. Can we focus in on Mr. Jedediah? He is I'm going to hold this up for you. My name is Jedediah Stephen Jed. Jed to my friends. I am 3 years old. I'm a ragdoll. That's a different type of cat. He's a boy. Yes, I am still a kitten, so he's going to get bigger. He's pretty big now. How much bigger do you think he's going to get, Mom?
I don't know, but he eats a lot. He eats all day long, so I think he needs the food.
So he's an eater. Okay, so is ours. And there's no time of day he won't eat. And
yeah,
so
but Jed doesn't have a weight problem. He's just a big cat,
the fur, too. He's got the beautiful fur. And he's a ragdoll cat. And see, to me, I saw, is there a Siamese grandfather in there somewhere? But no, you say no.
No, that's the breed. Jed is our newest comfort cat, and he's actually become quite a favorite with the clients. And he's the funniest cat, because at home, he just runs around the other cats. He keeps to himself. He doesn't sit with me or anything. Well, when he goes out to visit with the clients, he started out, he used to pick one person and let them rub his belly.
You mean he would?
Then he was up to 2. Now everyone has to rub his belly when he does his visits.
So get on his back, Kate, with like this?
Oh yeah, and he just loves the people. One of my friends said he's a show off. In fact, my neighbor came over the other night and we were talking out on the deck and we could hear this banging noise. He had something, he was banging on the door because he wanted Jackie to come in the house and say hi to him.
Yeah.
And anybody comes to the house, he's like, my people are here, my people are here.
Oh.
But when we're home alone, he's just like, yeah, whatever, you're here, I'm here, let's all just,
How old is he?
relax. He's 3.
And you've had him built for years, maybe since he was a kitten?
4.5 months. He was never small
That's right, you
either.
said he was new. Well, to find a beautiful cat like this, who isn't a kitten, boy, did you get lucky. He is amazing.
Well, he has a very nice story because the woman who had him had hundreds of people that wanted him. Mm-hmm. And I contacted her and said, well, I don't know if you want to, get him to me, because I said he's going to be a comfort cat. Well, it turned out she was a retired CNA, and she had always wanted to see cats in nursing homes. So she had thousands of people that wanted Jed, and he came to me because she wanted him to be a comfort cat. So that doesn't usually happen to us. A lot of people say, well, I don't want my cat doing that. That's unnatural, or it's mean, or it's whatever,
How could it be unnatural to be a comfort cat?
But, people are people, and they all have their own ideas, and so, but this woman was so proud, and he was raised with 3 little boys, and so he's very calm,
Yeah.
He's a good boy, but when he starts running around with the other cats, he sounds like a buffalo, don't you, Jed? Look at you, who's a good boy?
Oh, I know that. Oh, when they look at you like that, it's like... So, for those people who are watching our interview with Kate Cote for the first time about FurLove Comfort Cats, start from the beginning. How did you get into this?
I actually started doing this when I was a small child, and we have to I kind of go over this part quickly, but I had a very sad childhood, and, I had speech problems because of, anxiety and all of that, and I just felt better if I had a little cat with me when I went out, and I just kept doing it. I've done it all my life. And so People always want to come up and, debate with me about cats and say, the cats can't do what they do or whatever. But these guys are raised like small children.
Oh, yeah.
So I just take them everywhere. I take them everywhere I can. They've been to church with me. They've been to people's homes. They've been on television. I just take them everywhere. In the bank. And so it's an immersion technique, really. Like if you had a child and you never took it anywhere, it would never develop any social skills. It would be afraid of everything. And this is really kind of funny, but I stopped to run a little errand one night, and a man came in the store, and he said, "Who owns that car out there?" He said, "There's the most beautiful blue-eyed cat in that car." And he said, "I walked by the car and the cat greeted me."
Was that your older car, your former car? Oh gosh, you couldn't miss the car.
Yeah, but Jed was in the one, and everybody that came by, he was greeting them. And the man came in, he was telling everybody about Jed. So we talked about, the fact that Jed was a comfort cat, and everybody in the store had to go out and meet Jed. And that happens to me all the time. So now if I don't want anybody to know who I am, like if I'm in my pajamas running an errand at Walmart, I don't take a cat with me because then nobody knows who I am if I don't have a cat. But if I have a cat, everybody gravitates to me. And I keep saying I'm going to broker world peace using cats, because, we're in such contentious times, and that's the only thing you can get people to agree on is that they love their pets and they love animals, and of course our slogan is peace and purrs. But the reason we're here today, and I'm just so grateful to you for all your support, because we're having a very hard time getting back to work. Yeah, because
that's right. Yeah,
because of there's a lot of dynamics going on now, and nobody expected a pandemic, and there was no way to provide for a pandemic. So unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, during the pandemic, they came out with all these studies. And one of the studies that I believe it was Medicare came out with is that you are better off to keep your family members home rather than putting them in a facility. And they said, they're living longer, they get better care, it's cheaper. So what is happening now is you're going into the nursing homes and they're all empty.
Yeah.
And so, of course, if they don't have residents, they can't hire us because they don't have the money. And so then, this is kind of, and I mean this story in a funny way, and I just hope none of your followers get offended, but my poor brother has been in and out of rehab, and he's been in several facilities. Well, the facilities now are having a hard time getting workers because they're going to do home health care.
Yes.
So what the facilities are doing to try and entice the workers in is they're letting them bring their dogs to work to visit the residents. Well, my brother was in 2 facilities, and he's a huge animal lover, and he said to me, "I don't like this." He said, "Those dogs could hurt some elderly person, not meaning to hurt somebody." He said, "They could hurt some elderly person." And of course, I'm kind of laughing about it because my brother is elderly, and so, but, so that's the thing. And I walked in, and I actually visited him in one facility that had dogs, and these dogs were just wandering, and they were big dogs.
I hope they weren't pooping on the floor.
I don't know, but that's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you don't want someone skidding out of it.
Yeah, but you have people that have paranoia, that are nervous, they're afraid of dogs. Yeah. And now you've got these dogs just wandering around, and we're going to be talking to a new facility tomorrow, and the woman said to me, I would never do that with my dog. But, and somebody said that to me when COVID started, and they stopped the visits. My friend said to me, well, you don't have a problem, just send the cats in by themselves. And I was like, oh, please. Because that's the beauty of what we do, is they are supervised visits. Because you don't know, somebody could grab them. Like supposing some dog is wandering around in a facility and the person doesn't know and they get scared and they hit the dog, that's going to be a natural response for the dog to protect itself. And now someone could get bitten, and then there you go. Now nobody can bring animals into the facility anymore. So it's it's really strange what's going on, and everybody wants us to come back, but there's corporate policies and new rules and regulations. I mean, some facilities actually have CDC workers in the lobbies. And one of our facilities, we were in there for 8 years, and the woman said it's terrible. They're asking for us every day. And the CDC worker told them what they would require of me to do one-on-one visits with the cats.
What would they require?
Oh, you name it, they want it.
Shots?
No, they want full PPE for every visit.
PPE meaning?
Personal protection equipment.
Oh, your mask, right?
Right, but you have to change it for every person you're going to visit.
Yeah.
Then they want a report of exactly what happened while you were with that person. Then they want a report of all the people you've interacted with in the facility.
Yeah.
And they want, the full PPE change for every visit.
Still, now, even after COVID, it's kind of gone.
Right, but this is because these facilities have CDC workers there, and we don't know what goes on in the background. I don't know why certain facilities have CDC workers. But the woman who wants to hire us said there's not even any point in hiring you, because there won't be any time to do the visits because of all the requirements that they want to put on me. So...
Yeah, but how long do you do a visit? An hour or two, a couple hours?
No, 10. Well, we have a minimum 2-hour visit, but a personal visit is 10 minutes. So that means every 10 minutes... every 10 minutes, you've got to gown up and go to another person. And then 10 minutes, you've got to gown up and go to another person. So in just walking around the facility, the gowning up, the changing it, getting rid of the PPE and the proper contaminated bucket, that's just going to eat up all the time from the visit.
What are you trying to aim for now? That's become a real thorn in the side. What can you aim for now?
Well, the woman we're talking to tomorrow is in senior housing, and it looks like that's what we need to try and shoot for, because then, the people in senior housing can hire us on their own.
Yes.
They can say, well, I want a cat to visit me, and I will pay the hourly rate. But it's been really tough because the social workers were promoting us, but now they're so busy trying to coordinate home health visits for people, coordinate services for people who are staying home, that, that's the last of anybody's worries, is getting a cat in to visit people, and then we did get a call, Jen, I don't like that, thank you.
He was just washing himself a few minutes ago.
Yeah, but now he's needing me. And,
that does hurt.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't like that. But what was I going to say now? Along with all these studies, Hospice Care came up with a study, and they said that the kindest way to deal with people at the end of their lives is to provide animals to be with them, to give them comfort. So they wanted to hire me, and they got very offended because basically they wanted to take over the whole thing. And I said no.
They wanted to own your.
No, but they wanted to tell
Dictate?
me
Dictate.
like the structure of
Okay.
the visits and all of that. And like we only do one facility a day. That's it, you know. And they wanted me to, you know, like they'd say, well, you know, we want you to go to Marlborough for an hour, then you're going to go to Worcester for an hour, then you're going to go to Leominster for an hour, and then you're going to go to, you know, Spencer for an hour. And that would just be too much for the cats,
Oh,
all that
yeah.
getting in and out
And
of
for
the car.
you. And for you as well.
Yeah, Jet says, I don't want to do
We're
it
talking
like
to Kate
that.
Cote, and she is the CEO and founder of FurLove Comfort Cats. It's right here. Tell us, you read it and tell them about it.
Okay, so with FurLove Comfort Cats, we do individual visits with people in managed care facilities. My phone number is 508-476-3041. My email is catlady109@hotmail.com. And you can also find us on Facebook under FurLoveComfortCats.com. And we also have a website.
Yeah. She's Cat Lady, K-A-T. Okay, not C-A-T, Cat Lady, cat. But in FurLove Comfort Cats, the Comfort Cats are C-A-T-S. So she's
That's
cool.
right.
Her email, .com, okay, yeah. She's got her Cat Lady, K-A-T, and then it's called FurLove Comfort Cats up here.
And we
Now-
have to give a shout out to your event because Jan,
Oh, yes, she's going to be on our event. Yes, she
yes,
is.
Jan is doing an event at her house. Is it September 9th?
Mm-hmm.
And-
Want me to tell them about it?
Yes.
Okay. It's free, first of all. It's free. There's no cost to the crafters or anybody coming in. It's going to be a crafter's yard sale, okay? Keep it, you know, simple. And it's going to be basic all crafters. And, of course, Kate's going to be there because she is a form of a crafter. She's very creative with her cats. Her FurLove Comfort Cats will have crafters with different skills. It's going to be on the front yard. And 9 to 1, okay? It'll be at 9 School Street in Upton. And everyone's welcome, parking on the street, not in the driveway. And everybody's welcome. Again, it's free. I mean, you're a crafter, it's free.
And you get to
everyone-
meet one of our wonderfully
And
talented
you'll get to meet one of
cats.
her kitty cats that she'll be bringing. And you're bringing a friend too, right?
Yes, I'm going to have a helper, which will be nice.
You'll have a helper, yeah. That'll be really good. Will there be 1 or 2 kitties?
Just one.
There'll be 1. Do you have an idea who's going to come? Will it be Jedediah?
I don't know. It might be Jed. It could be Sammy. Sammy sleeps through everything, so
Oh, okay. Sounds pretty cool.
he's
Okay.
easy.
He's calm, right? He's calm.
Yes.
People wonder, how does she get the cats to just... I mean, it's unusual. I am a cat owner, and I don't know, I couldn't see my 2 cats putting up with it like that. I don't know how they do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have a special gift. You have to realize, you know, I've been doing this for, 60 years? I was
Yeah.
doing comfort work before it was even a thing.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, FurLove Comfort Cats is the only program like this in the entire world. I've actually been on international broadcasts, talking with people who travel around the world, and they've never experienced a program like ours. And I'm still believing that someone is going to back us and give us a building, because if we could have a comfort center, then we could offer more programs. I just have to blurt this out quick because I can see Paul's getting a little antsy. But in Japan, they have a new program now because, of course, there's like incredible loneliness with people working from home. So in Japan, what you can do is you can go to a comfort center and pay them $10 an hour, and you do your job from the comfort center with the cat in attendance. And the people just love it
Yeah.
because they, like, a lot of people can't have pets where they live.
Yeah.
And so they said it alleviates the loneliness of working from home because they can go to these comfort centers and interact with the cats while they're actually doing their job. And we could offer services like that at the comfort center too. We do grief counseling. We work with kids that have emotional issues.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
there's places with special schools for children with autism.
Right, but the people would come to us, because that's another thing now, because the nursing homes are not, having people come there anymore. They're doing adult daycare programs, and so they bring the people to adult daycare.
Yeah.
We could do adult daycare
Yes, I visited one of those one time. It's a pretty good idea.
But we need a building. We need a building.
What about if
and
you
we
shared
need-
with another wellness place? Something, you get wellness places where they have the meditation and things like that. Would they be willing to open up an extra little room?
Yeah, no, we need a building. Believe me, we need a place where we can live, and we'll have the
Oh, you
comfort
would live there
center.
too?
Yeah, we'll have the comfort center on the first floor, and I have a lot of creative programs that we could do with the cats. It's amazing. I started something. It was a volunteer thing. I'm not going to go into it, but it was amazing how many people don't know what it entails to have a cat. So we would do like educational classes for people, helping them to learn about what to do when they get their first pet. And some people, people could come and visit the comfort center and they might decide, I don't like cats. I don't want a pet. So now they won't adopt. Like that happens too. People get a cat and they go, oh, we didn't realize it was going to be like this. I don't want this cat. And
Wouldn't
then
this
they
be-
bring it back.
Wouldn't this be a nice selling point for the shelters to want to work with you? Because you're showing this aspect, which is fantastic. And doesn't it make people want to maybe adopt a cat? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to connect.
They don't get the concept of this at all. I've actually had shelters tell me that they're not in
Really?
favor of it.
What about, library? We have a beautiful, that big
We
up the
need,
center.
we need
What
a
about-
building.
What,
We need a
no, I'm talking about giving
building.
presentations, just presentations to give to get the word out even more. The more people you connect with, the more
Right, but
chance you're
don't
going to
get
have.
digital on me. I've been making up new words since I've been working in digi. That's people who go, did you do this? Did you do that?
Yep.
What we need is people to hire us so
Yep.
we can get back to work. I probably sent out 200 brochures, and it has to do with corporate policies, the trends that are going on in the world now, people's mindsets, finances. So it has nothing to do with me and my clever marketing programs. It has to do with the fact that COVID has really upended our world. And people are still trying to recover and find their way. And it's sad because we haven't done anything, but I'll call a facility and then they go, oh, you get a fee, click, and so.
He's washing himself.
I know,
Can you see this? Paul, can you see? He's just having a good old time. Jedediah's having a bath.
he says, I want to look good for my people.
Oh, my God. How do the other cats take to him? They like him?
Oh, they love him. They love him. My cats are all very friendly, because that's how they're raised.
Did you ever see cats on Broadway? I saw cats in New York City.
Oh, I've seen it 3 times.
My parents saw it in Britain. When we
Yeah.
were visiting London. It is a wonderful show, and he reminds me of one of those big kitty cats that's in the Broadway production of Cats.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, look
He
at
says, he says, Jan made a noise.
Jan made a noise. So Jedediah is a boy. We're going to hold this up again. Mommy did well with this.
I made those signs too.
Yeah.
I make everything that we use when I work with the cats.
Do you have a laminating machine?
Oh yeah.
I want one of those so. My name is Jedediah Stephen, Jed to his friends. He's 3 years old. He's a ragdoll boy. And yes, I am still a kitten. That cat is still a kitten. And
Well, they grow to be 3 to 5 years. So for the breed, so they 3 to 5 years, and then they're full grown. So
he's a big guy.
he's a good boy to work with.
So you get them all fixed. That's taken care of, though, for you. That's good.
Yeah, and that's a good point because all the money that FurLove Comfort Cats makes goes to the cats. I don't get a salary. It all goes to the cats and business expenses and that sort of thing. So it's not like I'm rolling in the green here,
Oh, you can't have that many cats and they're not being spayed and fixed, right?
But so that's where all the money goes, is to support the cats.
So show them. You want to show them your sandal?
My shoes.
No, hold it. Take it off and hold it up. Wait till you see what she put together. And a sandal. Everything is cats.
No, it's not cats.
It's like a cat.
It's to help the people focus on the cat I'm working with. Like this shirt is actually ragdoll. It's the other color. This is what's called a bicolor ragdoll. So there's two colors. There's Jed and then there's the bicolor. So when I'm working with people who have cognitive issues, they will ask me, they'll say, oh, is that Jed on your shirt? Or is that, where did you find your shoes? And, all of that. So it's all just like tomorrow I'm going to be working with Yael, and I have a gray tabby shirt that I'm going to wear that
She's a
looks
little
like,
tabby cat. She's adorable. Kate, before we close, one more time, let them know how they can reach you.
FurLove Comfort Cats, and we're online. We have a website, www.furlovecomfortcats.com. We're on Facebook, and my email is catlady109@hotmail.com. Or you can call me on my wonderful old-fashioned landline, 508-476-3041.
And you'd hear anybody, if there's somebody who's at home who would like a visit, right? How far would you like to travel? I mean,
we usually go about 50 miles. We also can do, birthday parties. I have two talks that I can give, like churches can have us come in. I have a great teaching about what the Bible says about animals. We can come in and talk about that in the local churches. I also do a program that talks about comfort visits and how this all started. And
she's amazing.
So you can, instead of flowers for a birthday, you can do a comfort visit.
There are funeral homes that have, I don't know why you can't have comfort cats. They have a dog.
Well, you know what it is? The owners bring their own pets.
Yeah.
So, but I wish they would offer our services because, the families could hire us to come in.
We got one right up the street, Pickering, great place. It's a great place, but anyway, they do a good job. Let's put it that way. I don't know if Andrew up there would be interested in this type of thing. I mean, why not? It's comforting. Hence the name, FurLove Comfort Cats. We'll have Kate back on again, maybe before the holidays. Ooh, maybe she'll have some news for us. If you know of any place where she can have her location for the FurLove Comfort Cats, where the kitties can live and they can be, and she can be there too. It's kind of cool to have Mommy right in the same home. Let her know. Get in touch with her. She's a pretty fun lady. She really is. I mean, she'd be a pretty easy tenant or whatever you want to do, and her cats are quiet, and they're potty trained, right? And there won't be any kittens. So she's a pretty good bet.
And it's pretty creative. I think it would be a great way to gather people together.
Yeah. Thanks for being with us, Kate.
Thanks for always supporting us. Come see us at the yard sale.
Yes, September 9th, over here in Upton at 9 School Street. There'll be a big moderate crafters, art crafters festival, or what do you want to call it, craft fail, yard sale, the whole thing.
Four.
Everybody.
Four.
School Street on September 9th. I got it all twisted. 4 School Street, okay, it's a big round house. And big yard sale.
Right off of 140.
Yeah, you just go right down there and parking on the street. And come on in, there's no fee. Just come on, take a look at the crafters and get to meet them. And Kate will be there with one of her FurLove Comfort Cats. It'll be fun, okay? We'll see you next time with being my guest.
Riding on a shooting star, heading out toward a dream. Tomorrow's even closer, than it seems.